Greetings, Cubs. Welcome and welcome back again. It's time to step into the lion's den. Today, I'm going to be doing a reading on the group Vixx. I've just been thinking about them a lot lately, and I just want to see what is in store for Vixx as a group from here on out. What is just what's going to be happening with them. Hopefully, it's a lot of good things, but, you know, we'll see. I'm going to start off this reading using my Fairy Tale Oracle deck by Lucy Cavendish and Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And get some overall energy for Vixx. Ooh, okay. Oh, wait. Okay. Okay, so we have rites of passage, battle, and promises. So that's very interesting. It does seem like there is some sort of, well, as it says, battle going on within, I don't know if it's in the company or within the group or a combination of both. And that's so interesting. It's almost like a form of sort of entitlement or standing up for something that they felt like they had the right to or for. Yeah, fighting about something that they promised to do or a promise that was supposed to be kept. Okay. What's going on with Vixx? What is the energy around Vixx? What is going on with the group? Okay. We have the Wanderer, extended family, and small influences. So I feel like they're like really confused. Like they're trying to figure out what to do next. Almost like how are they going to go about doing things? And even with the extended family, I feel like the extended family is probably Hong Bin and the small influences. So it's almost like even the effects of him. So it's like, yeah, well, how do we do this with the effects of what our former member has done? And me personally, I don't think it's a big deal. But I guess it may be something that is on their mind. But yeah, they're trying to figure out, okay, well, how do we go about this? Like, how do we do this? How are we going to come back? Do we come back now? Do we wait? Like, are people going to be upset with us? I do want to know personally if Hong Bin is going to come back. I don't think he will. I'm hoping he will. I pray he will. I really don't think it was a big freaking deal what happened, and I think it was a bit, much, but, we'll see. Let me go ahead and pull some more cards, because I do feel like these kind of things are on their mind about the effects of that incident. I don't know if Vixx has a tendency to overthink things, or maybe because I'm not from Korea, I don't know the severity of what Hong Bin has done, or I don't understand it. To Americans, things that are not a big deal to us are a huge deal to other people, and that's cultural, societal differences, social differences. We have the card for sacrifice. It says reunification, renunciation, offering and letting go. We have hope, anticipation, and bright prospects. And I don't know which one comes first. So it's almost like, oh, two more cards. Hold on, wait. Nightmare, psychic protection, shield, and training, consistency, and practice. So I feel like, first of all, I feel like they're a little bit pessimistic. I feel like they are still very stressed about what happened with Hong Bin, because if you see like the bird being, I don't want to hold it up too close because I don't know if YouTube will demonetize me or whatever for, I don't know, but it's like this bird kind of being killed with an arrow, and oh, I didn't mean to say the K word either. Shot with an arrow, and this girl is kind of holding it and you know, keeping it close. It does seem like it's still alive, but you know, almost trying to comfort it. So it's almost just like them having to come to terms with the loss. I don't know if they've actually been fighting for Hongbin, or if they've really just let it go and moved on, like, well, you know, it is what it is. I have no idea. But it does seem like there was, or still is, some lingering hope that of his return, because we have hope. It says hope after sacrifice and letting go. It's like back again to hope, anticipation, and bright prospects. So it's just like, yeah, and wish. So it's just like, you know, they're like sitting there like, man, I hope things get back together. I hope this works out. It's almost half and half, where some people are like, well, he did what he did and then he left. It is what it is. We can't do anything about that. So there are people who are like that. And then there's other ones who are like, well, I just really hope he comes back. I hope things get better, you know. So it's kind of a little bit of a mixed feeling. We have discipline. We have discipline. So discipline, I think, again, is talking about Hongbin not having enough discipline to even be there. This is probably also talking about, you know, they hope that he learns something. That they do hope that he learns something. But even with nightmares, psychic protection, shield, and bad dreams, even though they do hope that he really learns a lesson, they do want him to be safe. They want him to be healthy. They want him to be okay. They don't want him to be attacked or anything. And I think that's probably another reason why we both have sacrifice and hope. Like, you know, on the one hand, you want them to come back. You want them to be okay. But on the other hand, it's just like, even if he were to come back, he's most likely going to be targeted by a lot of angry fans. So in the end, I don't know if that'll even work out for Hongbin. But there is, like I said, a little bit of resentment. I feel like there are members who've been trying to teach him about this. Like, I don't know, Hongbin has some bad habits. And it's like, I feel like I should have just done a solo Hongbin one. I don't know if I did already, but I feel like Hongbin has some bad habits, and I feel like the members have been trying to teach him or telling him over and over again. And I don't think that he listens. And I definitely think that's why the discipline card comes out. And it's just like, yeah, you're going to be haunted by your mistakes until you learn how to control yourself. So I'm not sure if he has a drinking problem or what he may have going on. But I definitely feel like almost like with the group, they're kind of split. Like, we really hope that, you know, he learns, he does better. On the other hand, it's like, not that anybody has any malicious thoughts. It's more so like, you know, I knew this was coming. Like, the way he acts, the way he is, well, I'm not surprised. It is what it is. This was going to happen eventually. Sad face, bye. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like you have that friend that, let's say you have a friend that does something like, I don't know, does something that's not overly bad but dangerous, and you're like, you know, one day you're gonna hurt yourself, I really hope you don't, but you keep doing that stupid thing, and one day you're gonna hurt yourself, and then they hurt themselves, and you're like, well, and they go to a hospital, get a cast on their foot or their ankle or something, and you're just sitting there. Like, you can't really feel too bad for them because you keep telling them not to do that thing because you're going to hurt yourself. And then they ended up hurting themselves anyway. So you're like, it's unfortunate that you're in pain, but you were going to need to learn this lesson eventually. That's kind of how it is. That's how it is. And lastly, I'm going to go ahead. Let me put these up. I'm going to have to pull them back out and put the cards back in. Oh, well. Lastly, I'm just going to pull some tarot for what is the next biggest things for Vixx. Like, what's next for Vixx? I really like Vixx. I miss them so much. Concept Kings. Honestly, K-pop just don't really have it like those older generations. Let's see. What is next for Vixx? What's next for Vixx? Okay. I really feel like Vixx is about to start going their separate ways. In all honesty, I feel like the fan base is going to weaken some more. I do feel like, although they're still going to have, there's probably also going to be another subunit. I feel like there's going to be a lot of subunits, but I don't feel like Vixx is going to be working together as a whole too much. People are going to want that, and I also see some of them getting new contracts. So Ravi may also go solo, and probably sign with another company if he didn't already. I think. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I think Hong Bin is the only one who left, right? Am I tripping? Everybody else is still in Vixx, right? Oh my goodness, I didn't think about that. I have no idea. Oh well. Y'all will fill me out in the comment section. I definitely feel like that the members are all going to go their separate ways at this point. I'm definitely seeing Ravi either signing with somebody else. I feel like I want to say P Nation, but I'm not. I don't know. Does Ravi have his own label of some sort? Ravi's going to be someplace. I feel like N will eventually, I feel like N is probably either going to stay in the company and do his own thing, like more of solo work. I don't know about Hyuk. Ken's probably going to do more solo stuff too. Yeah, I'm seeing more either solo stuff or subunits, but I don't see them working as a group too often. It's like either the subunits, don't, how do I put this? It's either the subunits work or they don't work. If the subunits don't work, the group may not work. So they may need to do subunits first, like subunits and solo project first, and then come back together. Or they need to come back together and then break off and do the solo projects. I feel like there's a specific pattern that they need to go, that they need to do in order for things to work better for them. But I can't figure out which way. Either way, they're losing a lot of momentum right now. But they definitely have the potential to gain it back. I just don't see them doing that. Yeah, I think instead they're going to do more solo projects, and I think that's actually going to make it a little worse, starting off with solo projects first, actually. Okay, well, anyway, before I confuse myself anymore, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Tumblr and Twitter, especially on Twitter. Please, I do a whole lot of polls there. It helps me to choose what videos to release. It lets me know what you guys want to see readings on. It helps me make readings, so please follow me on Twitter. Also, make sure you check out my Patreon. All of these cards right here are oracle readings. So if you would like to purchase an oracle reading, go to my Patreon and click on oracle reading or energy reading, either way. And just message me on Patreon. I'll get your reading, out to you. And while you wait, you have access to all of my exclusive videos on Patreon, including videos for celebrities, scandal readings that I don't put on over here, uncut readings, uncut and uncensored readings, and this right here down below is a simple tarot reading. You can also find that over there on Patreon and purchase it there as well. Of course, you also get free access to all of my exclusive videos while you wait for your reading to come. So, you may want to check it out. It's lit over there. I hope to see you again in the lion's den. Bye!